Hi, my name is Ethan Ng, and today I'll be talking to you about the game engine known as Marmalade SDK. What is Marmalade SDK? They are a cross-platform software development kit and game engine. They were founded in 1998, and currently they reside in London, United Kingdom, but have expanded their business to Lisbon, Portugal. Their game engine is designed for iOS, Windows, Android, Tizen, and Roku operating systems. They used to be known as IdeaWorks 3D Limited, and they are most notable for their famous phone games such as Doodle Jump and Cut the Rope. So, some games that have been made with the game engine Marmalade SDK consist of Doodle Jump, Cut the Rope, Gaudius, Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies, Plants vs. Zombies, and Draw Something. Some games made by Marmalade SDK themselves are Cluedio, The Game of Life, Rise Zombies, Spinguins, and Sudoku for 2-player. Now, the pros of Marmalade SDK. They offer an advanced cross-platform tool, so this allows it to be open and flexible abstraction platform. It's designed for teams and individuals of all scales. They also support a broad open partner network. You can easily integrate third-party libraries, and you can relaunch the application to another platform without having to recompile. There are also so many other pros that SDK is able to offer. Now, the cons of Marmalade SDK is that some of their game engine licenses can be very high in price. If you need help on the program, it's a 72-hour wait time response from the team if you have a problem. And also, adding IAP into games can also be an issue, as it may not allow it to work, and issues with starting up the application for startup screens of the actual games. Next, the software specs of Marmalade SDK. So Marmalade SDK offers a variety of software programs, and they're composed of 5 different subsystems. So the 5 subsystems consist of Marmalade C++, which is good for creating a game or application. Then there's Marmalade Juice, which is a new technology that enables developers to compile their native iOS Android projects. The third one is Marmalade Quick, which is designed to be fast and flexible. Then there's Marmalade Web, which allows the creation of hybrid applications using HTML5, CSS, and JavaScript. And lastly, there's Marmalade Ecosystem, within the which allows you in the SDK to have access to a wide range of modules, services, tools, and extensions that can help enrich, connect, and monetize your applications. Next, the hardware specs. Marmalade SDK is mainly used on Windows, Apple, and iOS. It can also be used on Tizen and Roku and other hardware. So for Apple, Marmalade requires OS X, which is one of their main hardware programs. And then also it can be used on any Apple device, which can vary from like an iPod to an iMac or an iPhone. And then for Windows, it can be used on XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, or any newer one. Also supports x86 hardware and DirectX 9. Now, the languages of Marmalade SDK. So Marmalade SDK is written in C++ programming, and if you don't know what C++ is, it's an object-oriented program language that is viewed by many as the best language for creating large-scale applications. C++ is a superset of the C language. Here is a demo clip of what Marmalade SDK has to offer. So as you can see, Marmalade SDK is capable of creating some very cool and intriguing games that they offer to consumers. Next is the costs and fees of Marmalade SDK. So there are different licenses that Marmalade offers, and the costs differentiate based on each license. So first, there is the free license, which allows you to post your products on like iOS, Windows, and Android. It has limitations though when creating native applications. And then next is the community license, and this allows you to publish within the same systems as the free license, but makes up for the disadvantages at the cost of $149 per year. Next is the indie license. This is a pretty steep price of $499 per year, but allows you to post in Roku, Windows Desktop, Mac OS X, and with a response time of 72 hours from technical support team, which is a downfall in a sense because that's approximately 3 days. Next is the Plus license, which allows you to post in all previously mentioned platforms, but you can also connect it to TV systems. But this is a very expensive cost of $1,499. And lastly is the Pro license. It grants the same benefits as the Plus, but it can support up to 5 computers per month, and this is the only one that allows access to the Marmalade code for advanced developers, and this is a steep price of $3,500. So who uses Marmalade SDK? Marmalade SDK can be used by anybody. It could be like, any generic student or young adults, anyone who wants to make up their own game. This can be used through the free license for anyone to use, but if you are trying to take your game making to the next level, you may want to consider the other licenses they have to offer. Also, Marmalade SDK pertains to various operating systems such as iOS, Android, Windows Phone 8, Mac OS X, Windows, Tizen, and Roku. Here's my works cited of the websites that I have used to make up this project and give you full detailed information on Marmalade SDK. And that is all for me today. I hope you enjoy listening to my information on Marmalade SDK.